Idleness, the path to ruin. There's a popular question online. What's the fastest way to destroy someone? One of the most liked answers: let them be idle. Have you ever felt like you're too idle? Days pass without urgency, pressure, or goals. You wake up, grab your phone, scroll through social media, watch a few videos, play some games, and then repeat the cycle. At first, it feels relaxing, but over time, you realize the more idle you are, the more you procrastinate. You become lazier, lose motivation, and eventually struggle to get anything done. And by the time you want to break free, it might already be too late. Idleness isn't always bad. Everyone needs rest. We all want moments of freedom. But when idleness becomes your daily routine, it stops being relaxation and turns into a trap. A sweet one, but a trap nonetheless. Without work, you stop improving. Without goals, you stop pushing forward. Day after day, you slow down, until one day you wake up and realize you've lost yourself. There's a true story. A man won the lottery, over 2 million euros. Holding the winning ticket, he believed his life had changed forever. He quit his job, traveled the world, bought luxury items, and enjoyed a carefree life. It seemed perfect. But within 5 years, the money was gone. Friends disappeared. He fell into debt, depression, and hopelessness. From sudden wealth to having nothing, not because he lacked money, but because idleness had eaten away at his ambition. But this isn't just his story. Many of us fall into the same trap without realizing it. When life is too easy, when there's no real need to try, we become comfortable with delay. First, it's just one lazy day, then a week, then a month, a year, and before we know it, we've wasted precious time we can never get back. So, what do you think? Is idleness a blessing or a curse? Are you sure today's comfort isn't leading to tomorrow's downfall? And more importantly, are you letting idleness ruin your life without even noticing? 1. Idleness, the sweet trap. Idleness may seem harmless, but it can slowly ruin your life. What do you think of when you hear the word idleness? Maybe it's having too much free time, or worse, having things to do but no motivation to do them. You end up wasting hours scrolling through social media, watching videos, playing games, sleeping in, or just lying around feeling unmotivated. These habits seem small, but over time, they steal your energy, your time, and even your future. Why is idleness dangerous? Mental effects. People need purpose. We feel happiest when we are working towards something, but when you have no goals, life starts to feel meaningless. At first, doing nothing feels good because there's no pressure. But soon, you see others moving forward while you stay in the same place. You start doubting yourself, feeling frustrated, and maybe even falling into depression. Physical effects. Idleness often leads to bad habits, too much screen time, unhealthy eating, and little exercise. The less you move, the weaker your body becomes. Studies show that people who sit too much are at a higher risk of heart disease, obesity, and diabetes. Feeling tired and unhealthy makes it even harder to find motivation, creating a cycle that's difficult to escape. Career and future impact. Life doesn't wait. While you are wasting time, others are learning new skills, working on their dreams, and making connections. If you don't take action, you'll fall behind. Have you ever wondered why some people achieve so much while others stay stuck? It's not luck. They simply use their time better. What science says. Research shows that people with clear goals are 10 times happier than those without direction. A study from Harvard University found that people who set and chase goals feel more satisfied, less stressed, and more positive about life. The old saying, "An idle mind is the devil's workshop," is true. Too much free time with no purpose leads to bad habits, negative thoughts, and even depression. At first, idleness feels like freedom, but if it continues, it becomes a trap, one you might not notice until it's too late. So, ask yourself, is idleness slowly pulling you down? And if yes, what will you do to break free? Stew. What history has proven. Idleness leads to downfall. Have you ever wondered why great civilizations collapsed? Or why so many rich people lose everything? The answer is simple. Idleness. When people stop striving, when they get too comfortable, everything slowly falls apart. A. When civilizations stop growing, they start failing. The Roman Empire. From strength to decay, Rome was once the most powerful empire in the world. It had a strong army, brilliant leaders, and a thriving economy. But over time, things changed. As Rome became rich, people started focusing more on entertainment than hard work. The government gave out free food and kept people distracted with gladiator games. The army got weaker because fewer people wanted to fight. Corruption spread, and leaders cared more about luxury than leadership. Little by little, Rome became easy to attack, and one day, it collapsed, not because of enemies, but because of its own laziness, the fall of kings and dynasties. The same thing happened in many kingdoms. Kings who started strong eventually got lost in luxury. Instead of leading their people, they spent their time partying and wasting money. They ignored their duties, their armies weakened, and eventually, their kingdoms collapsed. When leaders stop working hard, their countries stop growing. B. People who lost everything. Because of idleness lottery winners, 70% go broke in 5 years. Winning the lottery sounds like a dream, but for most people, it's the start of a disaster. Many winners quit their jobs immediately, thinking they'll never need to work again. They start buying expensive cars, huge houses, and throwing big parties. They don't invest or plan for the future, and before they know it, the money is gone. Friends disappear, debts pile up, and they're left with nothing. Without purpose and responsibility, even the richest person can end up with nothing. Social media stars. Fame without a future. Many YouTubers, TikTokers, and influencers get famous fast. But success without direction doesn't last. At first, their videos go viral, and they make a lot of money. But when trends change, they don't know what to do next. Many spend too much, thinking the money will never stop. Others feel lost when their views drop and struggle with depression. Without new skills or a long-term plan, fame fades quickly. Success isn't about getting lucky. It's about staying prepared. 3. How idleness slowly makes you weaker. Have you ever felt like you're losing motivation? Like you used to be full of energy and ideas, but now, even starting something feels exhausting? That's what idleness does. It doesn't destroy your life in one big moment. No, it happens slowly, so slowly that you don't even notice it. At first, it seems harmless. You take a break, you relax, you tell yourself, I deserve this. But over time, something changes. You start delaying things. I'll do it later. But later turns into tomorrow, then next week, then next month. And before you know it, you don't feel like doing anything anymore. Even things you used to love. You see other people working hard, but instead of feeling inspired, you feel tired. Tired just thinking about it. And you wonder, what happened to me? Idleness doesn't just affect your mind, it affects your body too. You stop moving as much. You sit for hours staring at your phone or your screen. You stay up late, telling yourself, just one more video. You eat whatever is easy, often junk food, because cooking feels like too much effort. And slowly, without realizing it, you become weaker. Your energy drops. You wake up feeling exhausted. Even small tasks feel difficult. But you don't notice how much you've changed until one day you look in the mirror and don't recognize yourself anymore. When you're idle for too long, your mindset starts to change. You get bored easily. Nothing excites you. You start feeling jealous when you see others succeeding, but instead of doing something about it, you just feel bad about yourself. And then you start making excuses. They got lucky. It's too late for me. I don't have the right connections. But deep down, you know the truth. It's not luck. It's not timing. You're just not trying. And that realization, it hurts. While you're stuck in the same place, others are moving forward. They're learning new skills. They're growing. They're working hard. And one day, you look around and realize they've moved ahead, and you've been left behind. Not because you weren't good enough, not because you weren't smart enough, but because you stopped trying. I had a friend once, one of the most talented people I knew. Smart, creative, full of ideas. But after school, he stopped trying. He got comfortable, played games all day, scrolled on his phone for hours. He always said, "I'll figure things out later." But later never came, and years passed. One day he looked at me and said, "I don't know what happened. I used to be good at so many things, but now I feel useless." He didn't fail because he wasn't talented. He failed because he stopped moving forward. And that's the hard truth. Idleness destroys you slowly. It kills your motivation. It weakens your body. It fills your mind with negativity. And worst of all, it steals your future. So ask yourself, are you becoming better, or are you slowly fading away? 4. How to escape the trap of idleness. How do you escape the trap of idleness? How do you make sure you don't wake up one day and realize you've wasted months, or even years, doing nothing? The answer isn't complicated. It starts with small, intentional changes. First, set goals for yourself. It doesn't have to be something huge. You don't need to become the next billionaire or start a company overnight. Just have something, anything, that gives you a reason to move forward. Maybe it's learning a new language, improving at your job, or even something as simple as reading a book every month. The key is to always have a target, because when you have no goals, you have no direction. And when you have no direction, you end up nowhere. Keep yourself busy in a way that actually benefits you. Watching endless videos or playing games for hours might keep you occupied, but it doesn't help you grow. Instead, spend your time learning something new. Pick up a skill. Read. Create. Do something that challenges you, even if it's uncomfortable at first, because the more you push yourself, the more you improve. And the more you improve, the less likely you are to fall into the trap of wasting time. Time is your most valuable asset, but only if you use it wisely. That's why you need to manage it well. Don't let your free time control you. Control it instead. Plan your day. Give yourself breaks, but make sure they don't turn into hours of doing nothing. The difference between successful people and those who never reach their potential isn't talent. It's how they use their time. Your body and mind are connected. If you're physically inactive, your energy levels drop. You feel tired, unmotivated, stuck. That's why exercise is so important. Move your body. Go for a walk. Work out. Even small activities can boost your mood and keep you from slipping into laziness. When you take care of your health, everything else becomes easier. Find something you love, something that excites you, a passion, a hobby. It doesn't have to be your career, but it should be something that makes you feel alive. Because when you have something you genuinely enjoy, you naturally stay engaged. You don't need to force yourself to be productive. It just happens. At the end of the day, you have two choices. You can let idleness slowly take over your life, making you weaker, less motivated, and more disconnected from your dreams. Or you can take control. Set goals. Stay busy in a way that helps you grow. Use your time wisely. Take care of your body. Find something that fuels your passion. The choice is yours. Stay stagnant or move forward. Waste time or build your future. So, what will it be? In 5, conclusion. So, what have we learned today? Idleness itself isn't bad. We all need rest. We all need moments to relax and enjoy life. But when idleness becomes a way of life, when we have no goals, no purpose, and no direction, that's when it becomes dangerous. It slowly eats away at our motivation, our ambition, and our ability to grow. It may feel comfortable at first, but over time, it can ruin our potential and leave us feeling lost. We've seen it happen over and over again. People who win the lottery, celebrities who rise to fame too quickly, or individuals who once had so much potential, all losing their way because they let comfort take over. Meanwhile, successful people, whether in business, sports, or any field, always have something they're working toward. They don't let themselves stay idle for too long. They set goals, they keep learning, and they continue moving forward. That's the difference between success and failure. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about idleness? Do you feel like it's helping or hurting you? Have you ever fallen into this trap? And if so, how did you get out? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's a small action, but it helps more than you know. Let's keep growing together, and I'll see you in the next one.